Hello, Ned. Congratulations on the film. Very enjoyable. I love the music to it. Great tracks, great music tracks to it. Now, there's always issues with music for films because of the cost and the expense of it. So, are there tracks that you would have loved to have put in this, but they were just prohibitively expensive?
For sure. I mean, I think we had one of the more expensive music budgets in Searchlight history, to their chagrin. But yeah, I think there were certain songs that we ran into issues with licensing, and there was a song by the Tramps, "Can We Come Together," that I was really in love with. There were songs by, there were a ton of songs that I would have liked to try, but ultimately a lot of them were scripted, and a lot of them, um, I think, felt perfectly suited for the story because I was really looking at songs that were lyrically speaking to the movie itself and helping tell the story, whether it was subconscious or not. Like if you like the "Don't Push It, Don't Force It" by Leon Haywood song in that scene really is kind of speaking to what Harriet was going through, and then "Make Me Believe in You" later in Morris's Apartment by Patty Joe again was like trying to sort of like
Yeah.
help tell the story as well. So in the subconscious way, I wanted the music speaking to the narrative as well.
Now, you've got Roxy Music involved in this, and I can't remember the last film that I saw Roxy Music and Brian Ferry in. So, how did you get the band involved?
We were really lucky. I wanted that song in the movie, and we reached out to them about shooting one of their concerts, which they were doing in Austin. Actually, was the concert that we actually shot, and they agreed to participate, which was really exciting to me. Not only to have the song, but also to have them in the movie as well, in an actual concert. So that was really how they went around it, and they were very supportive and cool, to allow me or indulge me in terms of having that song and themselves in the movie.
So, the song that you use, I think, is "To Turn You On,"
Yes.
which is a great track.
Yeah.
But I'm going to suggest that maybe there was a better track to use, which was "Over You." But I understand "To Turn You On" is special to you.
Yeah, exactly. I think first of all, Avalon as an album is a
Yeah.
huge album for me, and but I think during the pandemic, I went to see a DJ Harvey show, and he played that track in the middle of a set, and it was like mind blowing for me, and I was like, I need to use this song in the movie, so that became the track that I really fixated on for the story, and I wrote it into the script at that point, and really just was hoping that Roxy Music would agree to allow it in the film. So I lucked out.
And also, the other track, is the opening track, is Matt Johnson's track, "This Is the Day," from
Yeah.
by which is a great album that's from. But I was wondering about the "Infected" from the "Infected" album would be applicable. But was that even a consideration?
So the first song that was in the script when I wrote it in 2009 was "This Is the Day" by and really it was just about fixating on this specific day that these things happened, and sort of defining the character of Max and like what type of music he was listening to. And that song's a very personal song to me as well. So I think it was finding these songs that both had personal resonance while narrative resonance at the same time.
Now, the other track I wanted to ask you about was you use The Cure's "Friday on My Mind," but it's a cover version. And I always wonder why cover versions are used rather than the original.
I mean, I think in this case, I was thinking about putting a Phoebe Bridgers song in the movie, and we were trying to find the right song and the right mood for that sequence. And I also love "Friday I'm in Love" by The Cure. So really, it was kind of this hybrid. How do we sort of hear a song that is so ubiquitous and amazing and such a classic in a new, fresh way? And I think Phoebe's cover of it was really kind of a fun way to try that, for lack of a better word.
And then finally, the greatest hits. Obviously, everyone's got a greatest hits, and everyone's got a track which is personal to them, brings back memories. But is there a piece of music that actually is not a greatest hit? It's just a piece of music you would never use because it brings back appalling memories.
I mean, there's definitely certain albums that I struggle with that the music is so good, uh, but I also like it just takes me back to tough emotional times. I mean, I think one of my favorite albums of all time is Radiohead, OK Computer, but I struggle listening to the album because of just my headspace when I was like listening to that song in like high school. So you know, or those that album. So I think you know we all have these albums that I think remind us of certain moments that sometimes you hit a nerve and it's really difficult. And I think that's a lot of what the movie's about is like going to these songs that touch such an emotional nerve that the power of that emotion
Yeah.
becomes uncontrollable.
And it does it so well. Thank you ever so much for your time, Ned. I've really enjoyed the film. It's quite something. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I appreciate all your fun questions about music. So, yeah, pleasure.